I think he flatters to deceive a little bit. I mean, he is obviously a talented player. You know, you see footage of him having played for international football and for Spurs in the past. You know, he is a quality player. I think he's had some nice touches at Rangers. He looks a little bit unfit. He looks a little bit overweight, I think, as well. I think he's a decent player. I don't think he's a long-term Rangers signing, though, really.
I thought he was way past it. Heavy, not terribly fit, technically very good player. Don't think he can last a game.
Big disappointment. He's obviously a talented player. I can see what a good player he is. I don't think he's anything like the player he was, and I don't think he's made the effort to get fit. He looks so unfit, and he looks like a red card waiting to happen because he has to send a postcard first before he does a tackle. He's unbelievably slow. So I'm not impressed. I'd rather he wouldn't be in my starting 11.
A lot of skill, unfit, a bit overweight.
Enigmatic. You know, you can see the skill that he had. He reminds me of me playing football in my 50s on five-a-side. You know, those visions of what I used to do when I was 25, occasionally appearing when the ball was at my feet and I had enough time. Yeah, and I can do it. But, you know, make that happen, you know, win that ball, fight somebody for it, then pass it. A bit more difficult. So, yeah, I mean, everything he was occasionally appears at the surface, the rest of the time hugely frustrating. Are we better for him? Well, he's scored and created some goals, so at the end of the day, the stats will say yes.
Generally good memories. I mean, that was not an easy season, and the fact that we got to the playoff final was pretty miraculous. I was actually living in Holland at the time, but I had a very important business trip, of course, that weekend, which meant I had to be back in the country to head down to Cardiff. We had an eventful journey down on the M4, loads of Rangers. I remember I saw the Bircham family minibus going down there, which was fun to see. Generally great atmosphere, fantastic to see an end with, what was it, 32,000 Rangers fans there, so very highly enjoyable. The game was very tense. It wasn't the best game of football that I've seen. Obviously we in the end lost, which was a bit of a kick in the teeth. I think with the benefit of hindsight, it's probably just as well we didn't go up that season, because we still had a lot of financial trouble and would have struggled the next level up. Going back afterwards, walking through Cardiff was not particularly pleasant. There was a lot of Herberts came out of the pubs in Cardiff and they weren't really very welcoming. But all in all, it was a good day, and I think it set us up, and it was clear to us that for the next season we wanted to go up with automatic promotion. We didn't want to go through the lottery of the playoffs again. So generally good memories of Cardiff.
It was great to see that many QPR fans there, but it was a very poor game, very depressing result. I drove home in record time.
Cardiff was not a good day. Long way to go. Very frustrating. Tommy Williams, square it, Tommy, square it. Yeah, just a that goal 4 minutes before the end, and the reaction of the Cardiff fans, which was gratuitous and unnecessary. You know, being harangued by them as you left the ground. They didn't need to do that. You know, it's just, I don't know. You know, I don't think we would have done it. We'd have been celebrating our win, more celebrating our win than worrying about the opposition. So yeah, not a good day. Wouldn't want to go through that again in a hurry. Just say one thing about the playoffs. I mean, I've watched football since 1968 or thereabouts. The semi-final against Oldham still ranks as the best game I've ever been to in terms of atmosphere and, you know, the moment. So I'd want that again. Will QPR do it? I said on the podcast a few weeks ago, we've never won anything on live telly. We've never gone into a game on live telly that we've had to win something and won it. Cup finals, League Cup final 86, 82. I know everything else that we've won has not been on live telly, so that's a little monkey we've got to get off our back. So, not really looking forward to the playoffs, TBH.
I would prefer, out of anybody, quite honestly, Brighton. I think we were unfortunate not to actually win at Brighton, let alone draw 3 or 4 weeks ago. I do think Brighton we could beat over 2 games. I'll be honest with you, I'm not so sure there's too many of the other teams we're likely to play who we're likely to beat over 2 matches. I think if we were, for example, to play Brighton, beat them, and then get to Wembley, once it's at Wembley, it's anybody's game.
not really terribly fussed. I don't think there's any particular team so much better than anyone else. I'm not averse to having Wigan. Frankly, I don't think Wigan are that good a team. As long as we can show a proper, modern, attacking attitude, we will beat anybody. I don't think much of Derby, to tell you the truth. Craig Bryson's a decent enough sort of player. They've got one or two good players, but McLaren has to be said, good tactician, good coach.
I'd like to get Reading in the semis because I couldn't bear losing to them in the final because there's too many Reading fans all around where I live. So, and also I think we beat them in the semi-final.
And the final?
I don't think it matters really. I think we'll probably end up with Derby in that case. It should be tough, but I think our players, because they've got the experience, we might have the edge.
Probably Forest. Only because they're on a bad run. Although they've probably got to go on good runs against them, but
don't care. I mean, you know, 6 teams are going to be in that. 4 teams are going to be in that. They're all worth it. It's funny, you see people on message boards. I'd like to get to the playoffs. This isn't American football. You know, that is not an achievement in its own right. I can remember Birmingham City got to the playoffs one year. Were 4-0 down at half time of the first leg. Don't want that. You know, it's not winning must-win games. It's not QPR's forte. So the playoffs is not a nice place to be. It doesn't matter who we get. You know, we will be against tough opposition.